back to this. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your summer cohort meeting. I just want to quickly go through a couple of introductions, let people say hello if they're already here. If not, I'll make sure that everybody knows who everybody is. But I am Tanya Ward, the Director of Undergraduate Nursing. I think all of you know me at this point, but I'll let Dr. Shamas introduce herself.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you all, and congratulations. Ending a semester pretty quickly here and starting your next one. Looking forward to working with you all this summer.
Hello, everyone. This is Professor Emma Zhong. I'm the Assistant Director of Practicum Education. You probably already know me. I work with you for simulation and clinical course. Congratulations.
All right. And joining us soon, I hope, is Professor Sample. She is one of our nursing instructors up at our DFW campus. Professor Williams is also the Director of Nursing Services up at our DFW campus. And Professor Lamb, if you want to introduce yourself, you can.
Hello, this is Professor Carol Lamb, and I'm the Director of Nursing Services for the Austin Accelerated BSN program at the Echelon campus. Nice to meet you all.
All right, so let's just kind of start with an opening prayer. I know all of you, we always start every cohort meeting with an opening prayer, and I think it just really helps set the tone for the meeting, helps continue to kind of guide us through our mission, vision, and values here in the program and with the university. So let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for looking over us as we finish this semester and for guiding us into the next semester. We know we have been busy. We know that we have been tired and at times have been reaching out to you for support, and we take comfort knowing that you are there to help support and guide us as we move into our senior year of the program. Please remind us when we feel stressed or weak that you are here, and please encourage us through, just your continued presence in helping us move forward as we make some pretty big decisions over the next couple of semesters. We thank you for everything you do for us and everything that you are for us. In Jesus' name, amen. So I want to quickly just once again go over the nursing program mission. I think it's really important to do this every semester. As every semester you kind of look at yourself and your progression through the program a little bit differently, right? But the nursing program mission really continues to have different impact and different meaning semester to semester. But our goal is to deliver high quality, safe nursing care to diverse populations. And we really encourage you guys and help stress the importance of using critical thinking along with compassionate service and courageous leadership. And this nursing program mission does come directly from the university's mission. And as a faith-based institution, we want to improve the lives of all of people, of all God's people, and respect everybody as individuals of great intrinsic worth. And I feel like you guys continue to do that. You continue to just really have a very positive impact on your experiences in your clinical courses and your other courses, the impacts that you have in working with others, and really kind of developing your own nursing practice and your own ethics, values, and morals that are going to help guide you in the profession of nursing. Let's talk a little bit about academic policies and procedures. We're going to quickly go over communication, chain of command, and any updates to the student handbook. I know you guys have seen this slide before. It's one that we, again, bring back semester to semester, but communication is really important. Using professional language, right? Again, addressing your instructors as professor or doctor, not by first names. Being thoughtful in how you write something, especially in email. If you are needing to communicate something important, take some time to make sure that you've written it in a way that really conveys what you need to do. And if you're concerned that that won't come through in email, you are always welcome to request a meeting with your faculty so that you can make sure that you're really clearly understood. Sometimes in email, especially, things can be lost in translation, right? And so I encourage you all to take a little bit of time, make sure that what you write is what you really want to communicate, and go from there. We do want you to communicate often. It is really helpful for us as faculty and our ability to support you if we have engagement from you, that we are able to communicate with you effectively and efficiently so that we can best support you. And part of that is being proactive and not reactive, meaning if you need support of some kind and you reach out to us, it's much easier for us to create that support and give it to you than it is for us to try to support you after, let's say you failed a test, right? Or after something significant has happened in your life, right? We want to be able to support you and encourage you as you head into exams, as you head into checkoffs, as you head into things, right? And not be reactionary in our communication. If you do have a concern, right, be solution focused about it. Bring up not only a concern or a problem that you're having, but also potential solutions. If you have a question about why something is some sort of way, also say, is there a way it could be this, right? That engages not only that professional communication and that proactiveness, but also that critical thought process. And it helps you understand why, if we say something can't be done a certain way, why that's the case. Finding conflict resolution is really important. And I know that we've talked about this every semester, but if you have a conflict with somebody, it is part of professional conduct to figure out a way to work through that. You're going to have to figure out how to do that in the professional environment when you go to work. You're not always going to get along with the people that you work with, but you still have to be able to function as a team. And so figuring out a way to have conversations and find resolution is really, really important, whether it's with each other or an instructor. Methods of communication. Again, your CTX email is the official form of communication for the university. Course announcements also get emailed out to everybody, and those are the two primary ways that we communicate with students. If you are emailing us, I ask that you please put a signature line in your email that not only has your name, but your cohort level and what location you're in, Austin or DFW. That's just important so that you have given us context of exactly what cohort you're in, what track you're in, and what location you're in, so that we can more easily respond to you and make sure that we're the right people to help you. When responding to emails, we try to respond within 24 to 48 business hours at the longest. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, especially towards the end of a semester. Things start becoming incredibly busy. It might take us a little bit longer to respond to you. If it's been more than 72 hours and you have not gotten a response, email again. Just create a follow-up to that original email. Say, hey, I'm just checking in. I haven't heard back. Just want to make sure my email didn't get lost, right? If there's something incredibly urgent and you need to communicate that, that's understandable. Again, email your instructors. You're welcome to copy me on that email, and I can help make sure that you get a response in the event that you have an illness, an accident, an injury, or something that is particularly time sensitive. Okay. Your chain of command. For your theory and skills classes, again, it always starts with your course faculty. For DFW students, the next step in the chain of command is Professor Sample. Overall, though, then it comes to me, and then ultimately Dr. Shamus. This really isn't any different than it's been this semester. Same thing for your practicum. Your course faculty, if you're in DFW, Professor Sample, then Professor Zhang, myself, and Dr. Shamus. Okay? If you email kind of outside of that structure, don't be surprised if we respond to you and say, hey, have you spoken with your course faculty about this? Or hey, have you talked to so-and-so about this? And that's simply because we want to make sure that the right people are answering and addressing your questions and concerns, and that we are all in correct communication with each other. It gets really frustrating for not only students, but also us if you've maybe reached out to 2 of us and we give you different answers, right? We want to make sure that we're consistent in our communication with you guys. And one of the best ways to do that is to follow the chain of command. So in the event that you send us an email and we follow up with saying, have you talked to so-and-so? That's why we're saying that. It's not that we don't want to talk to you. We just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Policies and procedures. The student handbook has a couple of updates. The computer policy now reflects that you need to have your own computer for testing, your own computer for your work. The university does not have computers available for testing in an unlimited way. You really need to make sure that you have something of your own that ExamSoft can function on so that you can be successful in the program. When it comes to fingernails, we have recently learned from some of our clinical partners that gel polish and dip polishes are not allowed. I know that they are nice options sometimes because they are a bit sturdier than regular nail polish that might chip, but we have found out that that's not considered acceptable in the clinical environment. So again, just be very mindful of that. These policies are put in place by our clinical partners based off of evidence-based practice and the reduction in transmission of bacteria and things like that. And we need to respect that. That helps keep our patients safe. Again, Texas Board of Nursing Regulations, if there's some sort of law enforcement encounter that you have had, you need to report that to us at the nursing program immediately. That can come either straight to myself or Dr. Shamus, and then it gets reported to the Board of Nursing as well. That would be anything that you have, certainly any kind of arrest or anything like that. I'm not saying this because it's something I anticipate happening with any of you, but if it were to happen, right, we need to know about it. And we need to follow proper Board of Nursing protocol for that. Student Success Action Plans. They are DocuSign documents that come to you. They no longer require your signature. It's ideal if course faculty meet with you first to let you know that you're going to be receiving one, but sometimes you might get one. They are not punitive documents. They're documents that help communicate where you need to improve in order to meet course outcomes. Okay, we're not trying to use these as disciplinary tools. They're communication tools. Academic integrity. Again, we go over this every semester. If you are found to be in violation of academic integrity, and that could be any number of things from plagiarism to doing group work when it's not accepted as a group project, to discussing exams and quizzes and homework, right? There is a procedure through the university where academic integrity violations get reported, and the university has a process for that. I highly encourage you to make sure that if you have a question about whether or not something would violate academic integrity, that you check with your course faculty first before you act on it, okay? I would not want you to somehow think that you had cited something correctly when maybe you didn't, and that caused an academic integrity violation. We take those incredibly seriously throughout the university, and they go on your university record, just not exclusively on your nursing program record. Readmission. As we look at moving into the next semester, readmission is always something that I like to touch on. The process is outlined in the student handbook. And really, if you were to experience a course failure, right, and it's your first course failure, or maybe you fail multiple courses in the same semester, you need to go to the student handbook, you need to look at the readmission policy, and you need to start creating your plan of action, okay? The student handbook outlines what needs to be included in your readmission letter, not just a letter requesting readmission, but also your plan of action for how you are going to improve upon whatever contributed towards difficulty this semester. And that includes not only academics, but financial reasons, spiritual and self-care reasons as well, okay? We want you to take a really holistic approach to looking at the semester as a whole and what can you do to better set yourself up for success in an upcoming semester. Readmission is always on a space available basis, meaning that we cannot guarantee that you will automatically start in the next semester. We have just a weekend between spring and summer semesters, so an incredibly tight turnaround. Okay. If you think that you are at risk for not passing a course, please start looking at the readmission policy now and coming up with a plan. And your course faculty, your success coaches, and I are here to help you if you have any questions about that. Talk about what the semester looks like. First day of the semester is May 2nd. The last day of the semester is August 21st. We do have a couple of holidays, Memorial Day and 4th of July. So your course schedules should be coming out to you when Blackboard opens, which will be April 29th for summer courses. Okay. You should have your schedule of clinicals and things by that point in time. If for some reason you don't, please let me know and we'll work on getting those posted as quickly as you can. We are still finalizing clinical placements, so we don't have any information available to share with you right now. Okay, but this is the semester as a whole. Again, week 16 is always finals week, so that'll be the week that finals are scheduled for the semester. What is your summer semester going to look like? It's going to look really similar to this semester. Your lecture courses are going to be online. You should have faculty facilitated modules, recorded lectures, recorded information, and also some kind of synchronous session, right? We make those available to you to help support you in your coursework. Synchronous sessions are not mandatory for ABSN students, but we do encourage that you engage in your coursework, that you engage in your classes, because that will only help support you as you move forward through the semester. Once again, your exams are going to be fully on site at the Echelon campus, and your exam schedule will come out towards the beginning of the semester. We'll make sure exactly you know what testing group you're in and when your exams are. You don't have any simulation or skills classes. Well, let me rephrase. You don't have any skills classes as S1, but you do have simulation classes, and those will be at the Echelon campus as well. Okay. And there'll also be open lab offered in case you want to go in and practice some more of your skills that you learned in J1 and J2. And then again, your clinical facility assignments have not yet been made. So once we have that information solidified, we'll communicate that information out to you, but that will not be before April 29th. You will have 2 clinicals this semester, Adult Health 3 and Pediatrics. In Pediatrics, the scheduling will be very similar to how your OB clinicals were scheduled, where some weeks you will have pediatric clinicals in addition to Adult Health 3 clinicals, but you will not have pediatric clinicals every week. Questions? This is your opportunity to drop a question in the chat or to unmute yourself and ask a question to make sure that you have all of the information that you need. So what you got for us? Yes, you should expect to have adult health clinicals every week. There may be a week or two where there's a little bit of a break simply because of a holiday or something like that, but you should expect and plan to have adult health clinicals every week, with the exception of finals week, probably. You won't have any. But adult health clinicals could start the very first day of the semester. So just be prepared for that. Are there specific clinical days for S1? Which days of the week? Nope. Just like every semester, it could potentially be any day of the week, including weekends. In total, pediatric clinicals will be probably 4 clinical days across the semester. Are there certain days that sim will be? Yes, there are certain days that you will have sim, and we will communicate that to you when you get your course schedules. But yes, you will have a set schedule for sim. And sim will be very similar to what you've done this semester with Adult Health 2 and OB. It'll be kind of alternating weeks of content. You should have your adult health clinical schedule on the 29th, considering we don't have a break between spring and summer semesters. If for some reason we don't have that together for you, we'll let you know. Are we planning to have testing and sim on the same days if possible? The testing schedule will come out towards the beginning of the semester. We do understand that some students prefer to have everything put into one day. Some students prefer to have testing on a totally separate day. You need to be prepared for being on site somewhere 3 to 6 days out of the week, whether that's testing, sim, or clinicals, okay? I cannot guarantee that they're all going to be on the same day. Schedules again should get posted when Blackboard opens on April 29th. Pediatric clinicals are either at Dell Children's in Austin or McLean Children's in Temple. Okay, I understand that Temple is not necessarily close for some of you, but it is one of our pediatric hospital locations. It's a really great experience to be able to go there. And just like with every semester, you do not get the option to choose where your clinical location is. So please be prepared that it could be in Temple and plan accordingly for that. There's a survey or feedback form available for testing schedules. There isn't a survey or feedback form, but you're welcome to email me your thoughts and feedback on what the testing schedule is look like, and I'll make sure to share that with nursing leadership. And you know, we appreciate getting feedback from you guys. It helps us figure out ways that we can best support you. So if you have feedback or ideas, you are more than welcome to email those to me. If you have feedback on a particular course, I highly encourage you to complete your course surveys that will come out towards the end of the semester. That doesn't necessarily change how the course experience was for you, right? Because you're at the end of the semester, but it does influence things for the course moving forward. And whatever we can do to continue to create opportunities for success for you guys, that's what we want to do. We were told by some that exams were getting moved to Friday again. Is this true? I will not definitively confirm or deny this plan, okay? One of the things that I have learned over time is that if I give a definitive answer to things and then something has to change, that creates frustration for a lot of students. When we have the testing schedule finalized, we will let you know. But take into consideration that what the testing schedule is for summer may not be what the testing schedule looks like for fall. It may change semester to semester. You're welcome. I understand why you guys want to know, but I also want to make sure that I don't tell you something that then has to change. Okay, I understand a lot of you guys are trying to make plans for life around school, but I have found it to be incredibly hard to tell you one thing and then have something change last minute and have to change that. Med-surg clinicals, again, they could be at any of our hospital partners, whether Ascension Seton, HCA St. David's, or Baylor Scott and White. Those are our 3 biggest hospital partners in the area. And you could be doing S1 clinicals potentially within any one of those systems. I know that that isn't a very specific answer, but it changes semester to semester, which hospitals have availability for what level of students. But it's within those 3 systems. You're welcome. Anything else? All right. If for some reason you think of something after the fact, who's teaching S1 theory? I am confirming faculty assignments right now, so you will find out when your Blackboard course is open. But I can't give you definitives yet on that either. But if you guys think of any other questions, feel free to reach out to me via email. I'm happy to answer what I can. Yes, the plan is that you will have schedules, course syllabi, and information for the first day of classes posted to Blackboard by April 29th. That's when courses open to students for the summer semester. Okay, and then our goal is to have all of our clinical placements solidified by that time for you guys as well, so that you know exactly what you need to be doing come Monday when the semester starts on the 2nd. But like I said, if you guys think of anything else, please don't hesitate to email me. Professor Zhang.
Yes, I want to add something on top of the clinical schedule. Yes, we are sending, hopefully beginning of the semester or April 29 to give you a clinical schedule, but you're a senior level. Another thing I want to share is I may find some observation opportunity on top of your clinical rotation. I work with different facilities and they willing to provide some of the opportunity for our student. Once I sign you for that opportunity, which we respect their time and their staffing. So if I sign you for the observation opportunity, that's kind of equivalent of your clinical rotation. So which means you still has to follow 48-hour policy. If you have emergency that you cannot attend, you have to contact me or your clinical faculty regarding your observation opportunity with any questions. If we assign you for that opportunity, you must attend. This is what I want to add. And then you have to look at the schedule in the beginning. If there any testing will happen on that day, or if there any confliction to prevent that you miss the observation opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Zhang. That helps. All right. For clinicals, will we be in med-surg only, or will we be in different departments? There's always the potential that you might get to experience other departments. Usually ICU, ER, OR types of things are included more in your capstone course as S2s. There's always the possibility that you may get to have some observational type experiences in those environments in other semesters. But the majority of the time you'll be in kind of, we try to structure a little bit more high acuity med-surg patients in the S1 semester. You're welcome. Professor Zhang, do you want to answer Heather's question? She's asking for clarification. Are there observation days on top of or instead of a regular clinical day?
It should be on top of. It's either way. We're trying to figure out the schedule. I cannot give you the solid answer. It could be either way, but we will tell you as early as possible so that you can arrange your schedule.
Mm-hmm. And we will make sure, again, that we give you the information about your observation opportunities. You don't need to reach out to us. We'll let you know where and when you need to be for those experiences.
Yes, I normally will share with your faculty, and then your faculty will deliver the information to you.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to clinical days, we assign clinical days as they are provided to us based off of facility availability. That may mean that you have the same day semester to semester to an extent, or different days. It's not necessarily going to be the same. It's not necessarily going to be different. We don't specifically focus on what day of the week clinicals are, as opposed to the experiences we're able to create for you. I know that's a bit of a vague answer, and I understand why some people would want to have maybe a different day out of the week, but that's just not something that we can guarantee. What happens if you're unable to attend any observation days? That's like missing a clinical day, right? Observation opportunities are clinical opportunities. So they're not things that can be missed. And the attendance policy still applies, whether excused or unexcused absences. You still have to be present for your coursework. And if you miss more than 15% of the required hours for a course, you will not be able to meet the course outcomes. Okay. Shift timeframes are still approximately the same, ish. The AM for PM is what you've experienced. There may be some fluctuation to that, and I want you to be prepared for that. But generally, there's going to be a morning shift and an evening shift. And we'll make sure to communicate to you exactly what time you're supposed to be where, when, and about how long your shift is going to be.
And on top of that, Professor Ward, I have one thing to add about observation shift time. Because we work with a variety of facility, they may have a different requirement. For example, this semester we're working with Austin ISD or Leander ISD. They may require you to be there 7:15 or 7:30 until 3:15. So each facility is different. How many observation days really depends on how many facility I work with. And I will give you the final schedule beginning of next semester.
Yeah. At this point in time, our program does not have any overnight clinicals. That doesn't mean that you wouldn't necessarily have to be somewhere fairly early in the morning or fairly late into the evening, but there are no night shift clinicals in the program at this point in time.
And another thing is you don't need to email me for, where's my observation days? If I share with your faculty, I share with your faculty. If I don't have it, I don't have it. So just be patient. I know you guys want to know everything and be prepared.
And we appreciate you asking questions, trying to be prepared. That shows a lot of engagement, and again, that proactive communication. We appreciate that. We just don't have the details finalized yet. Any last questions? All right, you guys. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to be here. This is being recorded. I will get it posted for you guys to review in the event that you need it, or if somebody wasn't able to attend today. And feel free to email me if you have any additional questions or concerns about things, and I'll make sure that we get you some answers. I hope you guys have a really great day and a good end to your semester.